Namaskar. Welcome to my channel. I'm Maina Bhatnagar. In the Moon series, this is the new video which talks about Dhurdhara Yoga. This is the Moon's neighborhood on the lighter note because most of the yogas are formed when a planet is placed before or after Moon or in conjunction with Moon. In case of Dhurdhara Yoga, the effects are that the native will be blessed with money, power, fame, and reputation if this yoga is formed in his natal chart. As you can see in this picture that the moon is flanked by two planets. There is a planet second to the moon, that is Mars, and there's planet 12th to the moon, that is Jupiter, that is Mercury. So if there are two planets on either sides of moon, not Rahu Ketu, the yoga is formed. There are many combinations and permutations of Anfa, Sunfa, and Dhurdhara. So, in case Mars is second to Moon and Mercury is 12th to Moon, there is Dhurdhara Yoga. And if this is switched, that Mercury is on second to Moon and Mars is 12th to Moon, still there is a Dhurdhara Yoga. And the similar case would happen in case of Jupiter and Mercury with Moon. According to B.V. Raman, there are almost 180 varieties of Dhurdhara. So one should study them carefully. To begin with, let's study with the first chart. I'm thankful that you're watching my channel. Please like and subscribe. This encourages me to make more videos. The first chart is of Chintaman Rao Dwarkanath Deshmukh. Born in 1896, he was an important Indian civil servant, economist, and politician. I have taken this chart because he was born during the British Raj and he rose to a very important positions and he was awarded later on. So he was an Indian civil servant, service officer, banker, a politician. But one of the highlights of his career was that he was India's first governor of Reserve Bank of India. Let's understand his chart. His rising sign is Virgo and the ruling planet Mercury is in the fifth house. The ascendant and the fifth house, also Mercury is the lord of 10th house. So 1, 10 and 5. This is a very powerful combination. This has been aspected. Mercury has an aspect of exalted Jupiter. This is again a very powerful yoga. Coming back to Dhurdhara, Moon is in the fourth house and Moon has Venus 12th to itself and Mercury second to itself. This forms a Dhurdhara Yoga. I have already mentioned his credits, but let's also look at the timeline. So he was the Reserve Bank of India's governor from 1943 to 1950. Let us look at the timeline. The running Mahadasha at that time was of Jupiter. Jupiter is exalted in the sign of Moon. The Dasha of Jupiter Venus in 1943 made him a Reserve Bank governor, and Venus is 12th to Moon, forming the yoga. And he stayed as a governor during the Antardasha of Venus, Sun, Moon, Mars. All these planets are creating the yoga. And he continued till Jupiter and Rahu. So we can see Venus and Mercury both are forming yogas, the Dhurdhara Yoga. Jupiter is in the sign of Moon and in PAC or in direct aspect with Sun and Mercury. To his credit, he was awarded Padma Vibhushan in 1975. Readers can scroll down after making the chart and see in 1975 when he was awarded the Padma Vibhushan, he was running the Mahadasha of Mercury, that is in the fifth house, with the Antardasha of Sun. This is such a clear cut example of how the planets that form the yogas deliver it as well. So let's look at the next chart. The next chart is of Sri Vipin Chandra Pal, born in 1858. He was an Indian freedom fighter, nationalist leader, journalist, and a social reformer. In his chart, the rising ascendant is a Scorpio, and the Lagna Lord, the ascendant Lord, is exalted in the third house. The third house is a house of efforts, Parakarm, and the Lagna exalted here means the person will work very hard and his efforts will bear results. Let's not forget that he played a major role for India's struggle for independence from British rule and was known for promoting Swadeshi and Swaraj. He was also famous as a part of nationalist trio that was that trio was of Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, and Bipin Chandra Pal, popularly known as Lal Bal Pal. He was also a writer, powerful speaker, and a social reformer. In this chart, the ninth house lord, that is Moon, is in the ascendant, though debilitated. But Moon has an aspect from Jupiter, that is the fifth house lord. So there is a combination of first, fifth, seventh, ninth, and also the Jupiter aspects the Mercury. So this makes it a very, very interesting combination. Looking back at the timeline, it was during the 1905 and 1908 Swadeshi movement period that marked the height of Bipin Chandrapal's political power and influence. He was the nationalistic voice against British. So during 1905 till 1908, we see the Mahadasha of Venus. Venus is second to Moon, forming the yoga, and Jupiter as the fifth lord aspects him. Let's not forget the Jupiter Moon arc creating a Gajikesri yoga in this. So if you remember the Gajikesri yoga equation, so we have a Gajikesri yoga here that acts as the Antardasha and the Venus as the Mahadasha lord that creates the Dhurdhara Yoga. So Venus, Moon, Jupiter have been a powerful delivering planets that made him what he was. So in nutshell, the yogas are very powerful. If they are strong and powerful, they never hesitate in giving the results. Let's look at the next chart, which is of a client of mine. So I would not like to reveal much about him. All I can say that he deals with computers, he designs apps and produces software for big companies. One must also look from everyday people's charts to find out what they deliver and how strong they are. So here Moon is flanked with Saturn and Venus. It's a kind of a Dhurdhara Yoga where there are two planets around Moon. Venus is in the sixth house. I met him when his Rahu Dasha started, that was in 2019, and that is the time where he started rising. He's very successful today and he has a huge investors and big funding coming to him, which makes him one of the best and very successful software design company, and he has companies all over in many other countries apart from India. The reader would think why Rahu is delivering here. Rahu, according to Krishnamurti Paddhati, those who have come all this far to watch this video will find a secret that Krishnamurti Paddhati reveals, that Rahu delivers the result of his sign lord, his star lord, and his sub lord. So Rahu is very powerful because he's in the seventh house, and the seventh house is house of business. Rahu is in the sign of Venus that owns the seventh house, second house, which gives him wealth. Rahu behaves like Venus, that is forming the yoga with moon. Rahu, you can see in the birth chart planet that Rahu is in the star of Jupiter and in the sub of Venus. Jupiter is in the 12th house, lord of ninth house, and in the sub of Venus, which is representing the second and seventh houses. So Jupiter has made him expand his business in other countries, and Venus, as a lord of second house, has been able to give him a lot of wealth. So these are the combinations when a planet is saying or promising a yoga, it's only his timeline that will bear the results. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please find time to look at my books, Unlocking Time Prediction through Krishnamurti Paddhati, समय का पूर्वानुमान Krishnamurti Paddhati के अनुसार, Signs and Houses, this is a new book, Pillars of Prediction, Unlocking Love, Marriage, Divorce through Krishnamurti Paddhati, The Secret Bridge of Tarot and Astrology, and Bricks. All these books are being published by MLBD and you can find them on their website. Thank you. Namaskar.